Hello everyone, in this video let us talk about the life plan and also do a quick comparison of a life plan and the new improved plan that we have been using for quite some time, especially since the beginning of the portfolio for Jira videos that we have been creating. So we have been looking at the portfolio for Jira, but we were using the new improved interface. So if you have been following this video series from the beginning, we have made 6 videos so far. We actually talked about the new improved interface, but there is also something called as life plans, which is something that we will also discuss in this video series. And in this video, we will do a very quick comparison of life plan versus improved interface. So in the previous video, we discussed and we spent some time going through the portfolio interface. In this video, let us first take a look at some of the missing features in the new improved interface. Yes, there are some features not there in the new improved interface, such as the individual capacity and absences, which is not there in the new improved interface. In the life plan, you can actually define the individual capacities, you can define their working days, or rather the days they are not working, and portfolio will take care of those missing days when the person is not working while making a plan for you. In the life plan, there is also a concept of stages and skills. So let us say if you're doing some development, for example, and you have different stages in your overall process. Maybe you first want to do designing, then you want to do the coding and implementation, then you're doing testing, and then you're doing deployment. So these are different stages, and at each stage you may have different skills or people who have those skills working on those activities. So maybe you have team members with skills like Java, skills like doing, let us say, testing, or maybe they have skills in doing DevOps or deployment. So you can define those skills, and when you're planning your work, based on those skills, you can of course do the estimation. Let us say for doing deployment, you need the story points estimate to be, let us say, 3, but you will be able to define that this 3 story point or 3 story points are basically for my deployment activity. And based on those skills, based on the estimation for those skills, the portfolio will help you and pick up the resources or team members that are suitable for those activities. There is also something called as scheduling factors in the life plan, which is not there in the new improved interface. In the life plan, there is also a concept of themes, which is also missing, and we also have a lot of reports, which we don't really have in the new improved interface. So in the old life plan, you have quite a lot of reports like capacity report, you have a dependency report, and those reports are quite helpful. So why we are talking about these missing features in the new improved interface? So we are talking about these features because we want to let you know. I want to let you know that if you want to decide whether you want to do planning with all these features like stages, skills, themes, reports, then you should be using the life plan. Otherwise, if you're happy with the lightweight capabilities of the portfolio for Jira, where you are happy with the roadmap, where you're happy with the auto schedule feature, then you can of course use or continue using the new improved interface. So in this video, we'll also do a quick side-by-side comparison. A very quick one. We'll of course do in-depth comparison as well. So let us take a look at first of all this page. So I talked about these missing features, and if you want to know more about these missing features in the new improved interface, so I'm talking about portfolio version 3.0 onwards. So you can read this page, and If you look at this page, there are some plant features that will come, that Atlassian is saying that they will release, or they have plans to basically improve these things in future. And you can also take a look at the limitations. So all those limitations that we talked about, and all those especially the missing features, removed functionality like stages, scales, scheduling factors, and a few other things like themes. You can of course take a look at this page, and you can make an informed decision whether you want to use the improved interface or you're happy with the live plan. So this is the live plan, and if you are new to Jira, portfolio for Jira, this is something that the portfolio for Jira used to look like before the new improved interface. And we'll not really do a deep dive in this video. I just want to do a quick side-by-side comparison of live plan and the new improved interface that we have been looking so far. Now, if you look at the live plan, on top you have the scope, teams, and releases. The improved interface also has something similar like a roadmap, teams, and releases on the left hand side. The first thing that you can notice immediately is that in the portfolio for Jira live plan, there is no roadmap. I mean, you do have visual roadmap, but it is not like those bars that you can control. For example, if you want to change something on this plan, you have to work on the scope here. So let us say if you want to change maybe the dates or estimates, or assign it to a different team. So I'm talking about mainly the reordering of these issues, or I'm talking about, let us say, if you want to make sure that you want to change something from, I mean, if you want to visually have them in a different sprint, maybe, for example, when you're working on the improved interface, you can actually easily do that by simply dragging these issues, and you can change the schedule. And this visual roadmap is not just for looking at the plan. You can also play with it. You can change the order. You can do a lot of things, a lot of changes quite easily. You also have the option to, of course, use the auto schedule. But when you were working on the portfolio for Jira live plan, you rely mostly on the, I mean, there is something called as calculate, which is, it has, of course, different functionality when you compare it with the auto schedule, because if you want to change something on the plan, you have to of course make sure that you do the estimation properly, and you define the scales and stages. For example, while I'm doing the estimation of my story points, I can further break it up if I have, let us say, defined some stages. So I have some stages like design, and under design I have of course my skill, which is UI UX. Then I have a different stage called coding and testing, where I have different skills like iOS, Android, and testing, and so on. Now what will happen when you have to define, let us say, the estimation? Let us say you're estimating one of your story, so you can do that based on the stage and the skill. So let us say I want this activity, which is for example, it is my development, or no, not really development, let us say it's our design task. Now if it is a design task, I may want to estimate for my UI UX skill here. So I can enter something like 4 here, and I can remove it. I can remove the estimation from my coding and testing stage under the iOS skill. So once you do that, you can of course click on the calculate button on top, and portfolio for Jira will plan it accordingly for you, and it will assign the activity to the team with the relevant I should say, the team members of those skills. So if I look at, let us say, my team very quickly, it is something similar to the improved interface, but you of course have your team members. Now the thing here is that when you are adding these team members in your team, you also have the option to also define whether these people are your designers, or they are developers, or they will be they have a specific skill or not. So let us say if I look at this design, if I expand this design stage here, I can say here that the first 3 users, these 3 team members, they have the UI UX skill. They may have multiple skills, and you're free to of course check the box here. But the good thing about this skill option here is that whenever you are using the calculate button on top, based on the estimation that you define in your scope. Like we just did, we defined this particular. We said that this is a design activity, and you're estimating it for the UI UX skill, especially story point here. So when you click on the button, the calculate button, portfolio for Jira will of course use people, or it will assign the team, the relevant team with those skills. So this is really useful, and this is something that I believe is quite good in the live plan, which is not there uh, in the new interface, the new improved interface of portfolio. Uh, of course, we'll do a quick comparison. I mean, we are doing a quick comparison, but we will also do a detailed uh, video on what all you can do with the life plan. And let us also quickly take a look at the reports. So when you look at the report, so right now I'm looking at the capacity report, which is quite useful because you may want to know for each and every resource whether you have them available for a specific sprint or not, and how much they're allocated, they are assigned to activities. So let us say if I look at my Android team here, and I may want to change the grouping here to maybe a person. So if I look at my specific capacity report, so I can see here very clearly that let us say one of my resource, let us say Alana, and she is currently not really over allocated. I mean, you can over allocate these resources if you have more work for them, and this report will tell you. So this is really interesting report, which is of course there in portfolio life plan. We do have something similar in the improved interface. For example, if you go to the view settings and if you select here group by, and if you select team, and then you select show capacity on timeline, you can view something here like for each and every team you will have their capacity, kind of a capacity, but it is not really comparable to what you can do here. So this is one report, and you have like a lot of other reports, like you have a report for releases, where you have a nice summary for each and every release, the overall progress. You have the schedule, which is something similar to the scope. We have capacity that we looked at. We have dependencies. These dependencies are quite interesting. I mean, in the new improved plan, you have something similar where you have those bars, and those bars will show you those dependencies. But this, I like this view because you have this quite clear indication of this issue is dependent on this issue, and so on. We have the sprint report, which is something similar to the releases. We have a target schedule. We also have themes. We have not really defined themes, but you can define themes. But themes are not there in the new improved interface. So this is all I wanted to share in this video. I basically wanted to spend some time talking about how the life plans look like, and in the next video we will spend some time and we will set up the same plan, the same foodie plan that we set up earlier using the new improved interface, but we'll do the same thing using the live plan. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video and you learned something new today. Thank you very much.